just messaging in Discord, going to spectate. Alright. Replay option. Display all. Driver names. Online IDs. We should be good to go. Like 2 minutes. That way we don't have the blaring noise in the background. No, I was just sat in spectating someone in the garage and it's just got the engine running. That's all you could hear. There's only 6 people in the lobby so far. Oh, someone else joining now. What's going on in the Mazda Tier 1? Just messaging in the Discord. Everyone seems to be joining now. So we can go and spectate now if people are going to be on. Oh, Logan's just getting all over the place. Display driver names, display online IDs, because apparently you need to do that all over again. Well, considering it's got Logan in number 1, I'm gonna take that as Logan was the first one out. And also the first one not be able to keep his car in a straight line. So we'll watch Logan's lap. Like all of the guys bar one are out doing laps. I would very much expect Mooshalot to continue his reign of dominance that he started in the first race. Carry that one over to here. Carried over on Monday night as well. Major's got a 1 second penalty up the road there. But we'll keep on Logan. We'll say the GT camera angles are better than the F1 ones, but when it comes to actually seeing leaderboards and everything like that, definitely prefer how the F1 does it. We've got a couple of new guys in the tier today. Extras and Charizard moved up from the second tier for Mazdas into the first, so they look to give it a decent shot today. And here we go, the first proper lap of the entire session. And it looked like he's just going to drift down the first corner. It's basically what I've just done for the last 40 minutes. God's sake. Let's see what is there a way I can get first sector times or anything up like that? Apparently not. Oh well. Guess we're dealing with what we've got. Just flicking through some of the camera angles and everything. Still new to commentary on this game. Let's see, going up to, what, second sector here? Yeah, there's a line for it. 105.165 is the time at the end of the second sector here in Deep Forest for Logan on his first lap round. Turning there. See what he's going to do through the final corner. Really up to the wall here. I'd seen the wider line taken beforehand. And the first time of the day, the 43.3 Mage comes over the line, does a 43.6. Rainbow goes quickest by just over a tenth for 43.258. Anyone else coming over the line now? BR4 44.499 is not particularly quick. RDO comes over to the 43.8. Mushalot already to the top of the timing by almost a second. 42.3 was set by Mushalot. Next one, Simon. Well, Simon's not going to show me, but he's at 0.874 down. Rainbow's come back into the pits. Simon's in the pits. Oh, Mushalot getting a little bit out of line into the first of the tunnels. Let's see if he's able to up the time even more. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's in a wall. It didn't look comfortable at all through the long right-hander. Car looked a little bit all out of sorts at the end of it, and ends up spinning out the next corner. Mushalot, who had a promising first lap, skittled in the pits. Charizard got a second penalty that he needs to take at the end of the lap. Be forcibly to take it, made to take it there. Mage did a better lap there. He's done a 42.943, puts him just over 6/10 away from Moo, who is absolutely dominating everything he touches at the moment. Hello, PLE. Let's see what Rainbow's doing. It's an outlap. BR4 43.3 on his third, technically his third lap, but his second flying one. Puts him up to 5th. Let's keep watching this and see where he can go with it. He is nearly 3/10 quicker through the first sector. Not sure if anyone can actually come close to Moo though. Oh, BR4 scraping the wall. You see the sparks fly. Not a particularly good corner for him. Gets on the curb toward the end of the second sector. Down into the tunnel now. See what his time was. What his time here is. Is now just slower than his quickest. We'll stay on here because he might be able to gain some time. We saw Mushalot make a mistake. We might see more of that later on. But it would be needed if someone's going to take that crown off him. The L4 through the final corner now. What time is he going to set? Is he doing a better time than the one he did prior? Because his little spin. He is. He's a quarter of a second quicker, and it puts him in 3rd. Also, Mage has done a lap to the point where he's now within half a second of Moo, who is getting very wide on the exit of the last hairpin. Is Moo doing a quicker lap? There's RDO putting himself 3rd at the moment. Moo coming down the straight now. 42 is half a second slower. Audio did a 43 flat, which is almost on the end of Mage. Never mind. Rainbow just sets a 42.9 to put himself in between the two teammates, and then decides he's turning into a lawnmower. There's grass there, not tarmac. What's going on with Logan's time? Logan had a... Sure. Gonna have to do a bit better than that. Coming into the final hairpin now with extras. See what time he can put up. ReaperDude83 a little bit slower. You see BR4 in the distance there, trying to set another lap. Going through the final corner now, onto the straight. And the time X3 is going to set is a 43.2, which puts him 7th. It's not a awful time. Seems to be putting it in and around everyone else at the moment. BR4, 43 flat with a slight, ever so slightly quicker, and Rainbow's now in 4th. So it's 42.9 seems to be putting him high up in the grid at the moment. The difference between Audio and Rainbow is incredibly small, 0.020. I have not going to be much smaller gaps than that today, I don't think. Coming over the line, and it's better. It's better. It's just short of a 10th better. It's enough to move him above RDO by 0.066, and it is just ever so slightly short of Mage, who is still just short of a half second behind, as he is a quarter second up through the first sector. His car did not look all too great through the first tunnel. It's on the back of ReaperDude now. Whether or not this slipstream is helping at all is a different question entirely. I guess we'll find out when the next sector splits come up. Might just be hindering him more than anything else. See what Mage can do through the tunnel now. Using ReaperDude's slipstream, which is very, very overpowered here, and it is still slower. He's lost about 0.3, maybe 0.4 of a second in that second sector. Maybe it was affected by the car getting all out of sorts at the end of the first. Or getting just held up by ReaperDude in general. Moo has finished. You see both the white Mazdas coming down on ReaperDude down through the straight now. Ryan's just doing a whatever lap at this point. Mage wasn't quicker. Rainbow is definitely just taking time out of thing. We've obviously just come to the point where we'll finish qualifying. Everyone just parked up at the end of turn 1. It is quite close. Also, Simon, which I didn't realise, put himself within 1.5 tenths of Moo. Just casually drifting backwards. Yeah, he's 1.5 tenths. Did quali end? I would assume so. What is going on here? I'm just painfully seeing Simon's car roll back. But this is the grid for the actual race itself. So we got Mooshalot on pole, which we probably came to expect. Simon sat there second on the grid. Mage third, Rainbow fourth. We've got red lights coming up now. We've got 5 red lights. It's lights out, away we go. It doesn't look like anybody jumped the gun. Looks like Mooshalot definitely got off quickest though. Simon's start was not anything to write home about at all. Mooshalot's going to have control into the first corner. Simon and Major going at it through the first corner as well. It looks like Simon might have been forced off track and had lost quite a number of positions, just slotting in 5th place there. In front of Extra is in 6th. Mooshalot is currently leading the race, but Major is really close to the back of him as everyone seems to be fighting in and around 4th. Simon loses out on another place to Extras. Everyone really close to each other on the back of the cars until you get to Logan and Charizard, who's starting to slip off a little bit. Well, Logan not so much, but Charizard definitely. And Logan to the inside. That was an excellent move on Simon, even though Simon's car gets a bit slidey and now beside Charizard, and Charizard on his teammate. Might see something happen here. Charizard looks to have got his teammate. He has got his teammate into the tunnel. And into the hairpin we go. There's a couple of people fighting in front. Extras who gets all out of sorts, clips the back of Logan's car. And Logan and Ryan just drive on past. We now have a 3 wide here between the two teammates, Simon and Charizard. Charizard forces Simon off the track entirely. Extras and Charizard, we've seen this in Tier 2 last week. These two going at it, alongside Simon, who's now pulled himself back alongside, even though BR4 is now coming onto the inside and in front, flying into the first corner and into the wall of the first corner as well. And Skittles has got through as well. Simon and BR4 just went way too deep into the corner. And they've lost a few positions because of it. Extras are getting all out of sorts into the final couple of corners of Sector 1. He does have the position on Charizard. Going on up the grid. Ryan and Logan are fighting. Logan did overtake Ryan not too long ago. Oh, no, it's Mage even. I just saw the white and I realised I thought he was fighting the other one. It turned out he was fighting Mage and he's put himself up to 3rd. Mage has a penalty of a 1 second penalty, which might drop him back behind his teammate here. Maybe into the path of Extras as well. Even though he's just done his fastest thing there, and he's going to move off the racing line to let his teammate pass. After taking his penalty, Extras and Charizard going into the hairpin alongside each other again. Ever so slightly behind Mage. And Charizard with the inside gets it to work and gets the position as Simon just all over the place through this race. My voice has just gone. My voice has just died. Extras and Charizard still fighting it out. These two going back and forth the entire time. They're going to go alongside each other again, maybe. Extras has more pace into the corner. But he has the outside, and Charizard's going to take advantage of that inside line. He's going to do so to keep in front of Extras for a small while longer. I say a small while as the two come together through turn 2, and Extras does get the move. Two teammates here, RDO and Mage, going at it in their fight to try and catch back up with Logan. Mage on the inside of the long right-hander, slides through it, probably hindered his own teammate in the process, and has got the move on his teammate, but it's probably not helped them. Logan's able to make a little bit of a gap now. Extras and Charizard catching up to the back of RDO and Mage here. We might have a 4-way battle. What's going on at the front? Moo has only got a second gap on Rainbow, who seems to be determined to take it to Moo in this race. Can't actually see what time we've got left on the race. That's a bit of an annoying one. It looked like someone got very wide through the hairpin there, and Mage and RDO are going alongside each other once again. The teammates fighting it out all the time during this race. Mage in 4th now, RDO in 5th after their last position change through the second to last. Slipstream might cause another one. Going into turn 1. It looked like RDO might be too far back, but Extras and Charizard are going to fight once again. It's a bit of a slide from Extras. I don't know if there's any contact whatsoever. But it looks like Extras has managed to maintain his position. Simon has caught back up to these two, even after his just a nightmare for your first couple of laps. Looking up the grid, it's less than 9 tenths now between Rainbow and Moo. Rainbow seems determined, but will he have enough to take down the dominant Mooshalot so far? He is closing it in. He just gained 2 tenths of a second, nearly 3 tenths of a second. He also has a 5-second gap behind him to Logan in third. As is about half a second now that Slipstream pulling them both together. The hairpin's probably going to help Mooshalot there, because Rainbow was definitely closing it all in. What's going on here? So we've got Extras, RDO. Extras goes way too deep into the hairpin. RDO will gladly take his position back. Charizard not been able to make anything work on Extras either for quite a while. Looking up the grid, back to the title, well, race win fight. It's not how you would put it at all, but oh well, we'll go with that. About quarter of a second now between Mooshalot and Rainbow, going through turn 1. And these two are going at it much more than I thought they would have. Rainbow keeping it within 3 tenths. Until I said he was keeping it within 3 tenths, and now he's no longer keeping it within 3 tenths. He might be looking for a move sooner or later. Go through the long right-hander. Any mistake by Moo might invite Rainbow to take the race lead. This is a 15-minute race, of course. Would help if I could actually see the times, but it is what it is. Rainbow has the fastest lap so far. Moo goes very wide through that corner before the end of the second sector. It's about 4 tenths of a second. They're going to get Slipstream. Looking down the grid, Extras and Charizard are going at it once again. Simon has a 1.5 second penalty. We'll keep watching this until we see Mooshalot and Rainbow don't get strolled. It looks like Charizard has the move. Charizard does have the move, and Rainbow has not been able to make anything work. We'll stay on thing here on this battle, and Charizard gets all out of sorts. Not sure how Mage got away back here. Must have happened on the lap where I was taking a look at the fight for the race lead. But Raging Mage has now got past Charizard and puts him back in 6th. So these two are going to fight it out again. Simon and BR4 also going to have a fight. See those two go into turn 1. That should be interesting. Charizard to the inside of Mage. Mage is going to slide through turn 1. He's going to continue sliding through turn 1 and has the position still. Simon got the position back on BR4 after his penalty in the last lap. It's half a second now between Rainbow and Moo. You've got to keep an eye out on that, as Extras and RDO look like they're going to have a similar gap between them to the guys that are fighting for the race lead. About half a second between these two. Mage and Charizard are seemingly separated now, as Mage looks to tag himself onto the back of I've lost my train of thought now. Got distracted. It's about 2 tenths of a second now between Extras and RDO. It looked like Extras is looking to the outside. Is he going to be able to make anything work? He's not, but Mage is going to try to the inside. Mage with a bit of contact has got that to work. And Major's taken 5th place just behind his teammate now. And has allowed for extras to be put back into the grasp of Charizard. Know about this this fight from Tier 2 last week. BR4 is now on the back of it as Simon looks to have dropped off quite a while. These three are going to go pretty much toe-to-toe through turn 1. Looks to be a bit free wide now. Through the exit of turn 1, it looks like Charizard's the biggest loser here. He is, as extras keep 6 and BR4 is going to take Charizard's position off him. Mooshalot's 8/10 of a second. And Major's hit a wall. RDO has a penalty. So these two are going to have to hold off advancing extras behind them. It's about 2/10 of a second now. It's a little bit of a slide there from Mage. RDO will take his penalty in the tunnel. Mage goes wide again. He might be just leaving the door open for extras here. With 1 second penalty for RDO, you would expect to see all 3, maybe 4 of these go on through. Is BR4 going on through, and Charizard the only one that not gone through. So Major taken 4th place. Extras to the inside, looking to return the contact that happened the lap prior. Has now found himself in a right wheel-to-wheel battle with BR4 behind Mage here. Looks like BR4 is flying at the moment. Extras and BR4, there's a bit of a collision there. It's only wheel-to-wheel though, so it's not going to affect him an awful lot. Extras just having the lead over the line. Into turn 1 we go. 1 lap 8, so he shouldn't be too far away from the end of the race. Shouldn't be about 2 minutes at most. And Extra seems to have pulled away from RDO here. Well, he had for a moment, but it looked like... oh, there's a spin behind there! Charizard's in a wall! Charizard is in a wall, he looked all out of sorts. And that is unfortunate for Charizard, but it looked like everyone's going to go on through. Rainbow has got past Moo in that little bit of a chaotic midfield fight. I missed this as Mooshalot is going to go and try and make an advancement back. Has a slight lead going into the hairpin, but Rainbow's going to have the inside. Rainbow's going to gladly use the inside here. And if the race is ending anytime soon, then Mooshalot is going to be running out of time very quickly. Going through the final corner now, Slipstream should help Moo out a little bit. And by a little bit, it's going to get him alongside. If that was the end of the race there, we would have been looking at a win for Rainbow. Mooshalot to the inside of turn 1. Doesn't look like we're getting a switchback. It might be an attempted switchback anyway. There's a spin! It looked like there was contact from Rainbow! It looked like there was contact from Rainbow, and both of them have been held up quite a lot now. Mooshalot's tires are absolutely burning. As Rainbow's kind enough to let him go on through. Rainbow's tires are absolutely burning as well now. That is completely unfortunate. It looked like Rainbow did tap the rear wheel of Mooshalot, which caused the crash. Might be the reason why he just let him on through. You see the damage to the front of the car for Rainbow. At least I'll get a benefit of seeing final lap come up when the 15 minutes is up at the top of my screen. We go through the tunnel one more time. Final lap, here we go. This is the end of the race now. Coming into the final hairpin for the final time. Is Rainbow going to send it? He's No, oh, you see, he is gonna send it. He has a little bit of contact. He's spun Moo again. He's gonna stroll. He is gonna stroll to the line. Moo is gonna be undoubtedly pissed off, and Rainbow is gonna stroll to the line, and he's gonna take the race. Rainbow wins the sprint race in Deep Forest. That was one hell of an ending. I'm just going around closing my windows now because it's way too cold. Rainbow's going to win the race. I'm not sure how much that's going to stand if you go to stewards. Logan's going to take second. Logan's going to take second. Mooshalot's going to take third after all of that. That was unfortunate ending for Moo, who probably could have won that race had Rainbow not dove into the final hairpin. I've just got a glitch where the first three names are on my screen. I'm going to exit out. That was the end of your sprint race. That was, I think, summed up by Mage in the GT chat. That was something. That ending sure as hell was something. Simon wasn't able, couldn't see anybody. Nobody could see Simon, sorry, in the lobby, so he got punted all the time. Ouch. I'm gonna take a drink so my voice doesn't absolutely die. But that was your sprint race anyway, so that's the first part of this done. We've now got 40 more minutes of this. Bearing in mind that the 40 minutes you have to use two separate sets of tyres, two separate compounds of tyres more accurately. We should see when Ryan puts the lobby up. But that was quite unfortunate for Moo, who got spun around right at the very end that he was going to win that race. Everyone going on about it in the Discord now. When you go through that race, you had so many twists and turns. The middle of the pack were all basically glued to the end of their each other's cars, would not leave each other alone. Saw a couple of spins there. Charizard being on unfortunate end of one. Extras was having a good fight with BR4. Mage, RDO, even though RDO broke away, Mage broke away toward the end. That was a absolutely chaotic sprint race. Absolutely all over the place. Wonder how long it's going to take before you get one-shot qualifying. Is it up? It's not up. Right? How long does it take to set up a lobby line? How's everyone watching doing then? Whilst we're waiting, how is everyone doing? When is the next race? The next race is as soon as the lobby gets put up, which should be any minute now. In which we'll do to explain the next race. We'll start by doing one-shot quali. When the lobby is up, everyone will go out on Ryan's word. They'll do one-shot quali, do one proper outlap. That'll set up the grid for the second race because we can't do reversed order. For some reason, the lobbies are a bit weird. in that point we'll do 40 minutes. Anyone who watched Tier 2 earlier will know this. We'll do 40 minutes. People will have to pit from softs to mediums, or vice versa. No one of any sense is going to use the hards. Unless they're rolling the dice, maybe. But that is basically it. We go for 40 minutes to have a winner out of that. So, it's waiting on Ryan now. There's the lobby. He didn't put anything in chat. I would appreciate if he does next time. Looking into it now. God, we're in the lobby now. Let's see, most of the guys that we had before. I have no idea why my name's at the top of this, because I didn't create the lobby, so how the hell I got in first, you never know. Just waiting for everyone to get in, and then we'll do one shot, which could definitely see a few mistakes from people. Still going on with the protests in Tier 1 chat. People, Rainbow adamant that he didn't actually touch anyone, but it looked like he did on stream anyway. I should probably turn the TV down, didn't even realise it was going. Right, we can. I wonder when we're going. Moo and Rainbow both joining at the same time. It should be interesting to see if there's any sort of animosity between them two in this next race. Or maybe I'm just creating drama. Who knows? My prediction for the race. If I'm going to I'm going Moo. I'm going Mooshalot for the race. I think that's the easy way out of it. But I'm going Mooshalot. As for one-shot qualifying, that's a different beast in itself. If he puts the lap together, definitely Mooshalot. However, could be anyone. Mage probably if Mooshalot makes a mistake. We're gonna have people going now. What happened with Alex? So basically, in long story short, Alex dive bombed Mooshalot. He dive bombed Mooshalot. He hit Mooshalot. Mooshalot span and lost as a result. And Rainbow just went on and won from there. It looked like it looked like it was one of those, I know it's the last corner, so it's the last couple of corners, so I have to do something now, rather than just letting it play out. So, BR4 is the first one out, so BR4 is the one we'll watch. I like how GT does put it in the order that they come out of the pit, so it's easy for me to just go straight down the list as we do one-shot qualifying and go watch the end of their laps. It's like Rainbow there, just sitting back. BR4 is the first one out. BR4 is doing his outlap now, and then he'll have one clean shot at this, and we'll be on board to watch it. Let's have a go. Let's have a look at how BR4 will do here. Through the final couple of corners, I doubt anybody will spin out properly through one-shot qualifying. I'll be very surprised. Maybe a few mistakes, but not a spin. BR4 down the straight. And now he's the first one to take his lap for one-shot qualifying. Into turn 1 he goes. Is he going to keep it clean through turn 1, or is he going to drift? He's going to look like it looks like he kept it very, very cleanly through turn 1. No drift in there. Go through turn 2 and 3, no problems. I'll say that he gets very much on the outside, and yeah, that's the end of his lap. In the wall, BR4 in the wall, and that's definitely the end of his one-shot qualifying. Mage looked like he was on a bit of a sausage curb there, but I guess not. Mage is the one of the first person we'll watch now as BR4 lapped basically done and dusted very early on before the end of the first sector. Got on the grass out of turn 3 and then into the wall at turn 4. Mage coming into the left-hander before the tunnel here in Deep Forest. See what time he's putting up through the second sector. It looks like he's doing much quicker than the guys behind him though, considering he has I don't think he had this gap at the start of the lap. Now coming into the final hairpin of the lap, shall I say. Takes it cleanly. Looked like he got on the power well enough. Let's see what time he can put up through the final couple of corners. Makes full use of the wide nature of the third to last. Comes down the straight now. What time are we looking at? BR4 did a 46.0. 42.2! That is pretty quick. 42.2 for Mage. Mushlot's going to have a go at that. It's a second slower for RDO. Extras has obviously had a mistake on his. Has gone far slower. Skittles has gone third. Charizard through the final couple of corners now. What time is he gonna put up? Mage's lap is gonna be exceptionally hard to beat, and Charizard puts himself with a 44.0. Puts him third. Simon coming across now. Puts himself second. Mushlot into the line now. Is he gonna beat the 42? He is! He's gonna beat it! But he's going to beat it by the smallest of margins. He's going to beat it by 0.047. And Major's absolutely astonishing lap is still not enough to topple the dominant Mushlot. So there's your front. There's your 3. They're going to start the front of the rolling start. Mushlot first on a 42.235. Mage 42.282 is going to be second. Simon was third, looking for redemption after his awful sprint race. Ryan fourth, Logan fifth. We're going to basically foot to the floor here. That was an exceptional lap from Mage, just an even better lap from Moo. I said Moo on pole and then Moo to win the race. But I did say if Moo had screwed up, it would have been Mage. So I wasn't too far away. And off we go. Let's see if anyone's been caught napping here. Well, it's into turn 1. It's about half a second. Mushlot got off very quickly. Mage is in the grass on the inside of turn 1. He has closed the gap in on Mushlot. Mage is closing the gap in there. There's a 3-way battle going on between Logan, Ryan and Simon for third. Simon's going to get a lot of those curbs. These 4 right on the back of each other. You see Mage and Mushlot in the foreground, and those 2 are going at it. Ryan and Logan, the closer pair now, and Simon gets on the grass, so it allows them to go back into the fight. Going backwards. Skittles in the wall! Skittles in the wall! That is unfortunate. Extras is in second to last now. BR4's got a 5-second penalty for, I assume, forcing a car off track. I had one of those earlier. Mushlot and Raging going into the tunnel before the hairpin, basically alongside each other now. And Mage gets the inside line. Is he going to take advantage of the inside line? There's a collision between the two of them! Mage with the inside, gets on the curve, gets unsettled. Marshall had a better exit, and also goes straight into the back of Mage. Puts him in with the fighting pack behind Mage now. Mage now has a clear shot, but I'm not sure that was the smartest of moves, being on the very inside of that corner by Mage. Marshall should, well, he's actually been liable for a send from Ryan here into turn 1. Ryan on the inside, Moo on the out. Bearing in mind we've got to go 40 minutes with this. And we've already had some chaos. We've seen the race winner from the sprint race back in 7th, a little bit tailed off. Mage about a second in front. Mooshalot and RDO going back and forth the entire time now. Moo's just going to be patient enough to sit behind him. That's probably not what he wanted. Contact through the final corner again, and it's not turned out very well for Moo at all. Mooshalot and Logan going side by side here. Mooshalot gets forced off the track. Not enough space on the track for him. But he's still going to have the position on Logan anyway. He's going to have Slipstream on Ryan in front of him and see if he's going to be able to make something work. Someone back there is just gluing themselves back to the end of this. Mooshalot and Ryan going at it again into the hairpin. Mooshalot loves the outside line through the hairpin. Another white Mazda through the inside, gets on the curbs. But this time there's no contact between the two of them. Ryan's with the Ryan just got a very poor exit. Mooshalot taking the corner wide to get a far better exit. And he's put himself back to third, and now he's going to hunt down Simon. The cars behind him are all in there. A little bit of a line here. Looks like Rainbow got Charizard on the lap beforehand. Logan to the inside on Ryan here. There's a bit of a collision there, a little bit of a wheel banging. It looked like Logan's going to use that to his advantage, get the position. We're going too wide through turn 2 as well? No, it didn't look like it. We might have gone too wide through turn 2, but certainly not through turn 3 as Charizard and Rainbow going back at it. Up the grid, what's going on here? Mage has a 2-second gap on Simon. He looks with his clear air just to take advantage of what he's got. Moo needs to get into his own set of clear air at the moment. He's being held up back here. He's cleared a second gap to Logan, who hasn't cleared a second to Ryan, but is Ryan in 5th is being hunted down by Rainbow in 6th. It was a slipstream. You might see Rainbow get alongside here. Rainbow obviously looking to the inside of the corner. He did this in the end of the sprint race. Into the hairpin. He's gone to the inside. Ryan to the outside. Bit of a collision, but nothing to send either of them off track. And it looks like the better exit has probably gone to Ryan here. These two are alongside each other. Rainbow's going to maintain the inside line. A little bit more wheel banging. These two go wheel to wheel. And Rainbow looks to have got past. He looks to have to cover off Charizard now. We're going to go 3 wide. We're going to go 3 wide here into turn 1. It looked like we were going 3 wide. We're going 3 wide through the exit of turn 1. And it looks like Ryan's the biggest loser out of all of this as Charizard goes on through and Ryan's now in 7th. Logan losing quite the amount of time on Simon as Mooshalot did get on through. And Mooshalot now has 2.5 seconds to hunt down. Is he going to be able to get this done very quickly? That's the real question. Are we going to have a fight for the lead early on? It doesn't look like he's closing that gap in at all on Mage. However, he is opening the gap to 3rd, who is now under fire from Logan in 4th. Looking down the grid, we've only got 0.7 the closest part on the grid, 0.5 now between Logan and Simon. Into the tunnel, Simon clipping the bit of the wall on the inside there. Looks like Charizard and Rainbow going at it. And it's going to allow for RDO to be brought back into this. Charizard to the outside, Rainbow to the inside. I think Charizard was well aware that Rainbow was going for that, and has lost out to him as well. RDO now glued onto the back of this little fight. Logan lost time to Simon through the last sector. It's allowed for Simon to stay in third for now. See the guys behind him, Charizard and Rainbow going at it again. Into turn 1 this time, Rainbow with the inside line once more. Into turn 1. Ryan's gonna get himself alongside Charizard. More speed into turn 1, and Charizard's gonna take his 7th position. Because RDO has gone on through, has taken 6. Hello, Denja. Simon and Logan just seemingly stuck at 6/10. They go into the second sector now. Moo has only got 1.2 seconds left to catch. And seems to be flying at the moment. Mage is not quite looking in his rearview mirror, but he might be soon. It's about 6/10 between Simon and Logan still. It's a second now between Rainbow and RDO in 5th and 6th, who has Charizard in 7th right on the back. We might have a battle here going into the hairpin. It seems to be everyone's favourite place at the moment. RDO has lost out to Charizard at the moment. Charizard on the inside, taking a very inside line. Not sure why it's so inside. RDO definitely would have got a better exit if he didn't go into the back of Charizard, who does take 6th place. And now it's within a second between Mooshalot and Raging. Have to try and keep an eye out on where we actually are. Looks like about 6-ish, 7-ish minutes through. Maybe a little bit more. It's about 8/10 of a second, 8.5 of a second now between Mooshalot and Mage. There's about a second gap now between Simon and Logan, who has lost a considerable amount of time and is still losing considerable amounts of time. Rainbow has very much cleared the battle of Charizard and RDO at this point. About half a second between these two though, as BR4 is now on the back of this one in 8th. About 7/10, looking further back, X-Street and McNasty teammates here not enjoying their races as they're on the back of the grid in 9th and 10th. And these three are going at it now. Let's have a look at what Mooshalot's doing. It looks like Mooshalot's lost quite a decent chunk of time, about 3/10 of a second to Mage here. Look to try and use this slipstream to bring it all back. 1.8 seconds ahead of Simon, who's 1.5 seconds ahead of Logan, who is going to have his own battle with Rainbow coming up. Logan looks all out of sorts in that hairpin. It's a half a second battle now between Charizard, BR4 and RDO, who have lost out on the 7th position to BR4 whilst we were looking up and down the grid. Ryan just looks to be very much off the pace at the moment. It's about 3.5 between BR4 and Charizard now. They're going to go into turn 1. Slipstream might bring BR4 alongside. It will bring BR4 alongside, but he's gone so deep into turn 1 that he's lost both positions and now has to fight back with RDO. Logan 6.5 up on Rainbow. Mooshalot now within 6.5 of Mage. These two seem to be going back and forth on who can gain the most time in a lap. But Mooshalot looking to make something work here and try and take the lead of the Grand Prix back. It's about 4/10 of a second. We'll keep an eye on this one. See if Mouchelot can use this slipstream to his advantage. Is he going to be able to into the hairpin? Or is he too far back? Is he going to do a rainbow-esque dive bomb through the... no, he's wider than that, looks at it, assesses everything, and stays in a very, very good position and try and make a lunge down into turn 1. Logan 1.5 seconds back, but has very much cleared Rainbow. Charizard and RDO going at it now as BR4 has lost that position for sure. Let's have a look at Mouchelot. Look, we're within 1/10 of a second now, and they're alongside into turn 1. Mouchelot on the inside has been hit by Mage again as Mage goes for a switchback. He's going to take the position back. Mouchelot getting a little bit slidey in turn 1. It doesn't look like Cardio got Charizard either, and BR4 is now back into this fight. McNasty and Extra is just tailed off the end of the pack here. Looking here, you've got 7 tenths, nearly 8 tenths between Mouchelot and Raging, who has been a very harsh racer today for sure. So looking to get the elbows out. It's a half a second gap now between these two. BR4 on the back of RDO, as RDO is losing a little bit of time to Black Charizard. In 6th. What's going on between Mouchelot and Mage? Here we go. Through the second tunnel, maybe in the same position as the last lap where Mouchelot looks for it but realises he's too far back. We are in the exact same position as the last lap where Mouchelot looks for it and realises he's too far back. Is RDO and BR4 too far back to make moves? They are too far back. And we look to have a little bit of a stalemate here. Charizard doesn't look like he got the best of exits out of that corner, to be fair. But he probably got the best one of the 3. Mouchelot down into turn 1. As Mage looks to the inside to cover it off. Mouchelot to the outside now. Tried to see if he can get better look. This time he can't. He goes way too deep into turn 1. But he's now alongside Mage once again. Into turn 2. Looks like a little bit cleaner now. Mage keeps the position, but it's not by an awful lot of time. A little bit of sausage curb there for Mouchelot, who is right on the end of Mages. These two have been fighting for a couple of laps at this point. Stay on this one while they're about 3 tenths of a second away from each other. BR4 got RDO down the grid in 7th and 8th. Charizard still in 6th. While these two are going at it here, Mage gets all out of sorts on the outside of the corner before the tunnel. But he's still got 3 tenths of a second on Moo. Who, down the straight in the tunnel now into the hairpin. He's got within 2 tenths of a second. He might be in a far better position to make a move this time. And doesn't do it. Decides to sit and wait. Gets to the inside of the corner on the exit of the hairpin. Still looks like he's a little bit out of a little bit slower than Mage on the exit here, but down in the run to turn 1 should be very interesting. Slipstream Mouchelot should get this done very early. Here we go again, down the home straight. Mouchelot pulled alongside, going into turn 1 now. Into turn 1, Mouchelot does have the lead going into it, but he also has the outside line. And the inside line is where the speed's at. Mouchelot on the outside, however, looks to have made it work. As Mage has been hanging on for dear life. Just cannot hang on for any longer. Mouchelot has taken the lead in the race. Mage gets alongside again. We're going around the long right-hander now. They're alongside each other. Moo spun again! That might have been... Oh! He's close. He's ghosted though. Mouchelot has been spun. I assume that means Mage realises it's him this time. And that allows for Logan to be put in the lead of the race. As Mooshalot and Major keep on coming together. Every single time these two go together, it's well, wheel-to-wheel battling. Mooshalot seems to come off worse. It's another spin for Mooshalot as he's just overtaken him, and Mage maybe trying to get the position back. He knows how desperate everyone is to just see Mooshalot not be in the lead, because if Mooshalot gets in the lead, it might have just been game over there and then. Logan half a second now in front. I imagine that Discord might not be a friendly place after this race. Logan gonna have to deal with the slipstream for Simon into turn 1 here. Rainbow in third, just hanging off the back of these two. Simon does not have anywhere near enough speed to make the slipstream worth anything. Logan just casually sits in first. Mooshalot and Mage and BR4 are going at it now. BR4 the biggest winner here, as BR4 managed to get them both through turn 1. They're still fighting. Mage and Mooshalot have just been fighting the entire way through, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Still got pit stops to come soon. The undercut does work here. The half a second back on Mage, who is quarter of a second back on... Oh, moves all sorts again! Mage gets half a second penalty! Mooshalot's dropped all the way back to 7th, all the way back to 8th now. He's just going from bad, race going from bad to worse. Down the tunnel now, the tunnel straight, Logan has 1.5 seconds on Simon. And Rainbow looks to try and close the gap on Simon so he can get into second. Try and take advantage as much as possible of Raging Mage and Mooshalot coming together multiple times. Into the hairpin, BR falls away, Mage is going to get in front of Charizard. RDO and Mooshalot going at it. Simon is the first one to come into pit, so he's going on to softs. Mage about 3/10, Charizard coming in as well, and so does RDO. It allows for Mooshalot to stay out. And now he's got to go and catch up Mage all over again. The battle you might have fought for the lead in this race is the battle for 4th and 5th. That may or may not be completely down to spins and collisions, but that's beside the point. It's 1.25 seconds that Logan has on Rainbow now. He's looking down the grid. There's not really much of anything happening here. Does Simon go on to softs? What Ryan? What Ryan? the spin between Mage and Mooshalot by any chance? It's all over the place. Logan and Rainbow seem to be your fight now for the race lead, where Logan has still got 1.25 second advantage. Going down the list is about a second the closest gap. Yeah, that is about the closest gap. Mooshalot very much closing in on Mage now, as Mage is 3 seconds on the back of BR4 up in third. These two just dropping in within a second now. Mage goes incredibly wide through the hairpin. Looks to get his entrance all wrong. Rainbow and Logan both come into pit. BR4 stays out. Mage is going to pit. Looks like Mooshalot came in with him. BR4 is the one that stays out. Skittled, what is he going to do? Everyone, I assume, going from softs to mediums. Might have to put a little bit of fuel in. Skittled is going to stay out. Skittled is going to stay out. Extras is going to stay out. Simon is currently probably happy where he is. The undercut's probably working in his favour. Charizard and RDO pitted the lap prior. Let's see if they can get an advantage out of this. So Simon has got Rainbow. And now it's Simon versus Logan. And that's within 0.3 of a second now. So the undercut, as I said, not that long ago, definitely works. Whether it works enough for Simon here to really go after Logan is a different question. It might be looking at a race win here, Simon. He was flying last week on his reverse strategy. Rainbow gets a little bit out of sorts through the corner there. He's trying to hold on to the back of Simon. Logan going to use the slipstream from extras as a help or means for Simon to stay away, who gets a bit unsettled going onto the curb there. BR4's got to pit. Skittle's got to pit. Extras has got to pit as well. Extras and Logan seem to be fighting. BR4's now coming to serve his pit stop. See where he comes out. Extras going to the inside. Logan to the outside. And Extras with Logan here. And Logan goes incredibly wide, and it's brought Simon into this. It's brought Simon into this fight with Extras. Extras now does come into pit. Simon and Logan going at it. Skittle, the only one who hasn't pitted. Everyone else has. Simon and Logan into turn 1. Is the slipstream going to allow for Simon to pull alongside? BR4 just coming out in the background. Logan and Simon looked a little bit slidey through turn 1. That might open the door for Rainbow. As for further back, it looks like Mushalot's behind Charizard. The undercut might have worked there. These three going at it. And for the race lead, BR4 tries to make sure that he's on the back for when someone makes an inevitable mistake, much like Simon does there, alongside Rainbow. And now Rainbow's the one in second place. Bear in mind, Skittles has to pit. So now Logan, maybe with the chance to open a gap, is gonna have to take advantage of one of these mistakes sooner or later. Mage and Charizard fighting out. Mushalot not far off the back, but still struggling to recover from his mistake earlier. Well, I say his mistake. I mean his collisions with racing earlier, because I'm not sure I can call them mistakes at this point. Skittles finally comes in for his pit. We're on lap 14. Not sure how much longer we're going to go. I think it's on like lap 20 something, 23, 24, the actual end of the race. Logan into turn 1 now, and he's gonna have about a 3.5 lead to Rainbow, who's gonna slide through turn 1, but he's gonna be glued to the back of Logan's rear. And it's about 1.5, or was for a split moment there. Logan having to fight off 3 different challenges at this point. As we got a little bit of a train of 4 going on. Might open the door for Mage to start catching up, depending on how far back he is. There's a few mistakes going on there. One of them coming from Simon, which might allow the door to open up for BR4, and it does. Simon to the inside though, probably has a better run. And he does have a better run. And he's going to put himself back in third. About 0.2 of a second in front of BR4 now. These 4 still going at it. Are we going to see any moves into the hairpin? BR4 looks to make one. BR4 with the inside line. Is he going to be vulnerable to the switchback? It looks like he isn't, because he's going to hold just enough of a gap to hold Simon back. Looks like Rainbow got a little bit poor through the hairpin as well, and it's allowed for Logan to open a gap. But these three with the slipstream gonna immediately close it back up. BR4 alongside Rainbow, and possibly has actually got in front, but BR4 has committed the sin again. He's gone way too deep into turn one, trying to make a move, and has maybe thrown away a chance, especially at the lead of the race. And Ryan said he's an idiot, which is nothing new, but that should be interested to hear what he's actually done. Mushla on the back of Charizard. He needs to get in front of Charizard so he can chase down Mage. And once he does get in front of Charizard to chase down Mage, I'm coming back to this because that could be interesting. But the fight for the lead, Simon's got a second penalty, and all of a sudden that fight for the lead is ever so slightly dwindling. Simon's got a penalty. BR4 made a horrible effort into turn one. Charizard's got a 1.5 second penalty, so he's going to be behind Mushlot by quite the distance. As Mushlot is now going to have the chance to go back after Mage once again. So we've got BR4 and Simon. Simon on the inside, BR4 on the outside. And it looks like BR4 is going to take third position. He does take third position. He has a decent gap as well. But the slipstream in front of him is now non-existent. There's about 0.6 of a second now between Rainbow and Logan. We saw this kind of battle between the two, between Rainbow and Moo in the first race, which ended in Rainbow taking Moo out. But it looked like Rainbow's car's been in an absolute war zone, especially on the rear end. Logan has a 3.5 tenth advantage, and it's less than a quarter of a second now. These two right on the back of each other. BR4 has a little bit of a gap to catch up. He's going to try and make a move. Logan's just going to cover off the inside. The Rainbow's just going to slide through the corner rather than actually turning. He's going to open the gap slightly for Logan. It's 2 seconds now between BR4 and Rainbow, as BR4 looks to try and use the battle that's going on here to his advantage. Mage and Mushlot, those two in the positions 5 and 6, might see another version of that battle happen again. Logan with half a second gap over Rainbow now, so you would expect that Rainbow doesn't send it here. They've got about 6-ish laps left. BR4's got a second gap. Mushlot trying to cover up, cover 1 3/4 seconds of a gap that currently separates him and Mage. 3.5 tenths between Logan and Rainbow as Logan looks to defend once again. And is he going to be able to defend effectively this time? Rainbow to the inside, he sends it. Playing very aggressive here, Rainbow. He does get the move done. Doesn't take out Logan in the process, but it's definitely been hard, aggressive fighting from Rainbow in these two races. Logan on the sausage curbs and gets a little bit of a spin out of his car, trying to set it back up. Still within 3.5 seconds. 3.5 tenths, sorry, not 3.5 seconds. 3.5 seconds covers him all the way up to Simon. Now half a second between Logan and Rainbow, as Rainbow seems to try and open that gap, but he does so with a lot of grass. But Logan makes the exact same mistake, and now BR4 heavily closing the gap. We're within a second here. What's happening between Mage and Mushlot? It's 1.5 seconds here. Simon's within a second. Everyone else seems to be a decent distance away, just driving on themselves. 8/10 of a second now between Logan and Rainbow, as Slipstream not exactly being much of a help here. Logan's now going to start cornering better if he wants to catch up, and I mean, that's the easy way to do it. Rainbow's just absolutely murdered the hairpin and gets half a second worth of penalty for it. So if Logan can get close enough, then Rainbow might be in trouble. It's now just a second between BR4 and Logan, and the same kind of gap pervades between BR4 and Simon as well. It's now 1.5 tenths. It was 1.5 tenths going into turn 1. It was not particularly great turn 1 for Logan, but he got a better exit. We're gonna get back to this 4-person train by the looks of it. It certainly is going to be a 3-person train at the very least. Logan needs to keep himself within that half-second window to fully take advantage of the penalty. But the way he's going here with the grass on the outside of that corner, he's got to speed it up. Otherwise, Rainbow's going to get away with it. It's about 9 tenths. It's about actually a second away now, and Logan is going to be happy the penalty's there, because Rainbow is going to be hindered by that, but it's not hindered by an awful lot, or it didn't look like it. But Logan's now right on the back of him, so the penalty did work. It's 4 tenths now as Logan to the inside. Will he get a better exit? I don't know if he got a better exit or not. It looked very similar, but even if he did, it looked like his move might just be set for him at the end of into turn 1 with the slipstream. Here we go down the straight. BR4 is on the back. Simon had a 1.5 second penalty, so he's fighting Mage and Mooshlot now. Logan to the outside where Rainbow's on the inside. Logan gets in front into the corner. Where will he be out of the corner? Out of the corner, they're alongside. It looks like Rainbow's going to narrowly keep it. Rainbow is going to keep it ever so slightly, but the fighting has allowed BR4 right onto the back of them. Mooshlot, Mage, and Simon is a following train here. Mooshlot getting a little bit squirrely there. Mage looking to make something to the inside of Simon, and he does. Mooshlot might be looking for the same in the next couple of corners. So Mooshlot's probably just going after Mage at this point. He just wants to beat Mage, because I think the race might be out of his reach. Now 8 tenths of a second again between Rainbow and Logan. And Logan is just losing grip on the lead of this race. Rainbow seems to be in very, very firm position to try and win. Logan going to have to deal with BR4 around the outside. BR4's got an awful exit. And there's a bit of a crash back there. Mage is on the outside. Simon's gone. Simon's perfectly fine. Mooshlot's just deep in the corner. Saw Mooshlot off the track entirely up into the hairpin, and now lost quite a considerable amount of time to Simon and Mage in front of him. We'll go back to the fight for the lead. Logan has got close enough to try and make the slipstream work. He's going to be aggressive into turn 1. He's also going to go deep into turn 1. It's going to allow for Rainbow to definitely hold the position. BR4 not able to make something work. Mage and Simon going at it. Mage gets into 4th. As Simons is right on the back, and Mooshlot is clambering back into this fight. Place on the podium is not viable for any of these, for any of the next 3. Got 2 sets of 3 battles here. Couple of laps left of the race. So you would expect... Oh, that's a lot of wall! That's a lot of wall for Rainbow. There's also a lot of spin for Logan. And BR4 ought to have made something work there, but he didn't. And now Rainbow is going to have to take advantage of a Logan mistake. BR4 going down the inside into the tunnel, the outside of the next corner. Is he going to get in front? He is going to get in front into the hairpin. Whether or not he stays in front is a different question. He won't, because he got incredibly wide. These three still going at it. Mage, Simon and Mooshalot behind, still going at it as well. Mooshalot is just tailed off the back of these two, actually. It's about a 1/10 of a second now between Logan and BR4, as these two probably might want to make all this slipstream work, but they're too far back on Rainbow to make it happen. BR4 round the outside, but he's had a tendency to go way too deep into turn 1. It looks like he's done it again. Logan! Oh, he's just about saves it. Just about saves it. But he's going to have to take third now. BR4 realistically has 1 lap to get this. 0.6 of a second is about 1 lap to make something work when it comes to Rainbow. Otherwise, Rainbow is going to win this race. You got Mage and Simon behind them, but we'll come back focusing onto this battle. BR4 on the outside, Logan on the inside. They're a second back, so slipstream is not going to be anywhere near as strong. It's going to allow for a truck to maybe make something work. Slipstream is going to be relatively strong though, because BR4 is definitely closing in that gap. So is Logan. Logan's going to go to the outside this time, as we saw the opposite way round of this last time. These two are going to go into the corner. Logan's going to be shoved a little bit wide. We are running out of time at a rapid rate, as you see Mage and Simon in the background. Running out of time at a rapid rate if they want to catch Rainbow up. So how many laps? It's a 40-minute race. We're about 1-ish lap from the end, I reckon. Here we go, slipstream into turn 1. Logan and BR4. Are they going to make a dent into Rainbow? No, they're not. They're going to have to go at each other now. And Logan is going to have the position. Is he going to be able to make anything work when it comes to Rainbow, though? That's the biggest question about all this. Looks like BR4's lost a little bit of time there. It's about 0.4 of a second. I feel like I'm sensing the sarcasm in the comment there from Swifty. There's a 1.1 seconds now between. There's 1 lap. Fair enough. Oh, it looks like BR4's all out of sorts there, but he's got the speed on Logan. And he's going to get a second place, but they're going to go alongside each other. The fight between these two has definitely benefited Rainbow more than it has anyone else. Logan alongside Rainbow now 2 seconds up the road, and I think that might be game for the race win. Mage and Simon still going at it. Let's have a look at Logan and BR4 again. Simon looked to have got past Mage once more. Logan to the inside, BR4 to the outside. Are we going for a switchback? I think it's been a great race. I just thought you the way it just came across a little bit sarcastic. Logan's in second now, BR4, and now it's final lap. So even though it's they had probably had chance at one point, Rainbow is going to do the double, and BR4 is going to take second. BR4 has just stole it on the line. He's going to take second in the race. Logan third. Mage looks to have got Simon in the last couple of corners. He's going to take fourth. Simon's going to take fifth. Mooshalot's going to be quite disappointed at sixth. Charizard's seventh. Extra's eighth. For these two look to have been fighting all the toward the end of that. Ryan's going to take ninth as it's that relatively lonely race. You refueled by 100% by accident. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. McNasty's ended 10th. Ryan. How do you even make that mistake? Were you just not looking? That is a poor mistake to make. That's a horrible mistake to make, but... Well, I guess the first race might come down to a bit of a steward's inquiry. Especially after the last hairpin between Mouchelot and Rainbow. But the second one is all rainbows, all right to the end. And Logan and BR4's battle definitely went right to the end. BR4 got him on the line. And that could not have been any closer if it tried. However, that was something. Standings. Have you done the standings? Oh, me. Oh, you want the standings from me? I know Rainbow won. BR4 got second. Can't actually go back to show you the actual ending of the race. But yeah, that was... you've done the standings already. That's it. So Mouchelot's still winning, but it's only by 4 points now. Okay, Alex is second after a double win today. And then you've got 55 and 55. Who's that for? Logan and BR4, who have... Yeah, no, that makes sense. They couldn't have been separated by any less on the track as well. Looks pretty interesting at the moment. You need to wait a couple more weeks to get a full picture of where everything's going on, but with that, my voice is dying, I know that much. And with that, I'm going to end it here, but before that I'm going to take a drink and then plug everything that's going on for the next week. Yeah, that should be fine now. As for the rest of the week, yeah, Ryan, that's a rookie mistake. As for the rest of the week, today being Saturday, so Sunday, you have. Yeah, I've seen the standings, Swifty. So tomorrow we've got the Tier 4 and the Tier 2 races from F1 at Imola, which, given last weekend's result, might be one to definitely tune into. You might have, hopefully not another race like that, but you never know with Tier 2 at the very least. Monday we're back in GT with the GR3 cars. Around Spa, which should be absolutely fun. You know, AstroTurf is an absolute killer. Tuesday we're sprint for F1, which I'm commentating on, so you'll hear me back here on Tuesday night. Wednesday you get off. Thursday you'll hear me again as commentator for Tier 1 for F1, and then Friday off, and we're back here next week. With all that, I'm gonna end it there in a bit.